Welcome to my channel Rare Old Coin Value, your ultimate destination for rare and valuable coins from around the globe. Here, we explore the hidden history, design secrets, and real value behind every coin, from ancient treasures to modern collectibles. First up, the 1957 wheat penny is a United States 1-cent coin that belongs to the famous Lincoln Wheat Cent series, which was produced from 1909 to 1958, and it represents one of the final years of this iconic design before it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial Reverse in 1959, making it historically significant for collectors and numismatists around the world, especially those interested in mid-20th century American coinage. The coin was minted at the Denver Mint and carries the D. Mint mark located just below the date, 1957, on the obverse side, which features the portrait of Abraham Lincoln originally designed by Victor David Brenner, a design that has remained one of the most recognized coin portraits in U.S. history. The 1957 wheat penny has an extremely high mintage of over 1.05 billion coins, which means it was produced in massive quantities during a period of strong economic growth in the United States, and as a result, it is considered a very common coin in circulated condition today, often found in pocket change decades ago and still discovered in old collections, coin jars, and inherited estate hoards. The composition of this coin is 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it the characteristic reddish-brown appearance when new, although most surviving examples have naturally toned into brown or dark brown due to oxidation and long-term circulation wear, environmental exposure, and handling over nearly 7 decades. In terms of design details, the obverse shows Lincoln facing right with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," above his head, "Liberty," to the left, and the date, 1957, to the right with the small D. Mint mark below it, while the reverse features the classic wheat ears design framing the words, 1 cent, and United States of America, along with the motto, E pluribus unum, at the top, symbolizing unity among states, and this wheat reverse design is what gives the coin its popular nickname, wheat penny. The 1957 issue is not considered rare in circulated grades such as good G, very good VG, fine F, or extremely fine XF, where it typically holds only a small premium over face value, but its value increases significantly in higher mint state conditions MS60 to MS67+, especially when the coin retains strong original red road luster, which is highly desirable among collectors because copper naturally darkens over time. A fully red, sharply struck, uncirculated 1957 wheat penny with minimal marks and strong eye appeal can command higher collector prices, particularly if certified by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, where top-grade examples may reach premium levels depending on market demand. Although the 1957 wheat penny is common, it can still exhibit interesting mint errors and varieties that attract collector attention, such as repunched mint marks RPM, where the D appears doubled due to multiple punches on the die cracks caused by aging production equipment, lamination errors where the metal surface peels, off-center strikes where the design is misaligned, and occasional double die varieties that show slight doubling in lettering or date details, all of which can significantly increase value depending on severity and visibility. Historically, this coin represents the final phase of the wheat cent era, which began in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, making it part of a long-running and highly collected series that reflects over 5 decades of American history, including 2 world wars, the Great Depression, and post-war industrial expansion. The year 1957 itself was a period of economic strength and mass coin production, which is why billions of cents were struck, and this abundance is the main reason the coin remains common today. Despite its low individual rarity, The 1957D wheat penny is still widely collected because it is an affordable entry point for beginners, an essential piece for completing Lincoln wheat cent sets, and a nostalgic artifact for older generations who used these coins in everyday commerce before modern coin designs replaced them. Even today, collectors continue to search rolls of pennies in old collections hoping to find high-grade red specimens or rare air varieties, keeping the 1957D wheat penny relevant in numismatics as both a historical and educational coin that represents the closing chapter of the wheat reverse era and the transition into modern U.S. cent design. Next up, the 1987D Lincoln penny is a United States 1-cent coin that is part of the long-running Lincoln cent series, which began in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln, and by 1987 it was being produced in a modern copper-plated zinc composition rather than the earlier 95% copper alloy used before 1982, meaning this coin consists of a zinc core coated with a thin layer of copper that gives it the traditional reddish appearance while being significantly lighter and cheaper to produce, and it was minted at the Denver Mint and carries the small D mint mark on the obverse below the date, 1987, which identifies its production origin and makes it distinguishable from Philadelphia, no mint mark, and San Francisco, proof issues only for that era. The obverse design still features Abraham Lincoln's right-facing portrait created by Victor David Brenner, along with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," above, "Liberty," to the left, and the date to the right, while the reverse shows the Lincoln Memorial design created by Frank Gasparo, which had been in use since 1959 and remained standard until 2008, showing detailed architectural columns with a small seated Lincoln statue visible inside the memorial, along with inscriptions, "United States of America, E Pluribus Unum," and 1 cent, reflecting national unity and value denomination. The 1987D penny was produced in very large quantities as part of normal circulation coinage during the late 1980s American economy under President Ronald Reagan's administration, a time when inflation and everyday cash transactions still heavily relied on physical coinage, resulting in billions of pennies being struck across all mints, and because of this massive mintage, the 1987D is considered a very common coin today and is usually worth only face value in circulated condition. Most examples found in pocket change or old collections show light wear, dull copper coloration, or minor scratches from handling, while uncirculated specimens from original mint rolls can still display strong red luster and sharp strike details, making them more desirable to collectors who build modern Lincoln cent sets. The coin does not contain any silver or precious metal value, but its copper-plated zinc structure is important in modern minting history because 1982 marked the transition away from solid copper cents due to rising metal costs, so the 1987D represents an early phase of this modern lightweight cent era. In grading terms, circulated coins typically fall into good, fine, or extremely fine categories with minimal collector premium, while uncirculated coins graded MS60 to MS67 can show varying levels of brightness, with full red road examples being more valuable than red-brown or brown-toned coins because they retain original mint luster without oxidation. Although the 1987D Lincoln penny is not rare, collectors still search for mint errors and varieties such as off-center strikes, clipped planchettes, die cracks, lamination errors where the copper plating separates from the zinc core, and double die features, all of which can slightly increase value depending on rarity and visual appeal. One important characteristic of post-1982 zinc cents, including the 1987D, is their vulnerability to corrosion and zinc rot, if the copper coating is damaged, which can cause bubbling, discoloration, or surface deterioration over time, making well-preserved examples more desirable. Historically, this coin reflects late 20th century U.S. economic conditions and mass production efficiency in coinage technology, and while it does not carry the same rarity or collector value as early wheat pennies or key-date Lincoln cents, it remains an essential part of complete Lincoln cent collections because it represents continuity in one of America's longest-running coin series. Today, the 1987 D penny is still commonly found in circulation, bank rolls, and coin jars, and while its monetary value is minimal, its historical and educational significance lies in showing the evolution of U.S. coin composition, minting technology, and the ongoing legacy of the Lincoln cent series that has remained in production for more than a century. Please like and subscribe to my channel.